And 3, 2, 1, you're on.
All right, guys. Welcome, Diesel Core, to our very first 2019 team call. I wanted to kick this off. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I wanted to share with you guys, and I want to kind of just go through a little bit of recognition. We had an amazing, an epic, a freaking phenomenal 2018, and I want to recognize all the accomplishments that we, as a team, have done in 2018. And let's just right now take a moment and let's celebrate success. All right, so I'm gonna really quickly share my screen. Bear with me because my chair is rolling all over my cords right now. I'm a hot mess. All right. Listen, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Hold on, let me share my screen. Share screen. All right. Can you guys see that? Give me a thumbs up if you guys see that. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys. So let me move this over to the side. All right, so we're going to look into how come this isn't, there we go. Okay, let's look into December, and let's talk about Success Club. For those of you guys that are new on this call, we basically base our growth, okay, in this business by what's called Success Club. So I know a lot of you guys probably already know this, and if you don't, we're gonna have a new coach training call that will basically explain all of this for you. But with that being said, I want to, before we start, can you guys just mute yourself because I'm getting a little bit of feedback. So with that being said, let's talk about our December Success Club recognition. I know December is a really hard month with the holidays. Everybody is, preparing for Christmas. Nobody's trying to spend any extra money. But everybody all these names that you guys see on here, they did not stop. They did not give up. They kept going and they helped everybody that they could. And with that being said, let's look at our SC10, of course, with Monica Lopez leading the pack with SC24. Then you have Veronica Cavalcante, that's me, SC10, Becky Cooper, SC10, Tabitha Bogue, SC10, Dixie Andrade, SC10, and Susan Lepre, SC10. All right, now I'm just going to go by really quickly the SC5s. We have Donna, Fernando, Michelle, Megan, Anna, Jennifer, Tammy, and Casey. Okay, and everybody that you see below, they at least help 1+ people. I'm sorry, I have feedback. Okay, so guys, every month you want to make it. You want your business to grow. You want to see success. It takes this little bit of discipline every single month to see big growth. Okay, so if you really, really want to grow your business and you really want to see success in this, you need to focus on getting your name on this board, okay, every single month. I see. Do you see who's not muted? If you're not muted, if you can please mute yourself, because I'm getting a little bit of feedback and it's really loud in my head.
Check that. I fixed 2 people. Okay. I think everybody else should be good. All right, you should be.
All right, so with that being said, guys, SC, it needs to be non-negotiable. All right, make sure that you, for 2019, you make that a non-negotiable goal. All right, now, no, it doesn't let me spacebar. Elite, let's talk about Elite. We have not only, this is a record, not only do we have 1 Elite, but we have 2 Elite coaches this year in Diesel Core. Monica is a 3-time Elite coach, okay? And I'm going to talk about the ranking afterwards. For those of you guys that don't know, it was Monica's very first Elite party that really fueled me and got me really understanding the possibility in this business. And so it's really amazing to see that my sister, is still pushing through and leading the pack and leading by example. And so, guys, make it rain for Monica. And she ranked, well, I'll get into the rank too after this. And then also, Monica, you have me. It's kind of weird recognizing myself, but
I'll do it for you. 2-time Elite coach, so Veronica and her personally sponsored team, Team Unleashed, crossed the finish line last year, and they did it again this year. That is a tremendous feat. That is not easy to do. And so, yes, it is a very big deal that Veronica and Team Unleashed crossed the finish line once again. But I will tell you guys, this is the first time we've achieved, and Veronica mentioned this, the first time we've ever had 2 elite.
Right. Which is coming to my next slide. Okay,
we're going to say anything else.
Guys, Monica and I are one of 2 coaches in the entire organization of Beachbody that are elite sisters. So this is huge, guys. We were told on the call that we are one of 2, that this is over 400,000 coaches. And there was, I believe they told us there was 210 elite coaches this year.
No, so there was 180 something, and then there was the rest were premier. So out of 180,
that can't be. I'm 191.
Oh
no, it was 210.
Bye.
It was 210, Mo. It was 210, and then there was close to 3. It was like 298 coaches in total that were elite and premier. So with that being said, it was like 80 something were premier coaches. But guys, just put that into perspective. You know, our organization, our team, guys, we are growing. We are not standing still. We are not halting in any shape or form. We are going to be pushing forward, and we want you all there. Okay. Last year I had told Monica, you know, I was so excited to hit elite, but something was just a little off for me because I wanted to experience that with my sister. And then this year, the fact that we're doing this together, it's so special to me. And I want you guys to know that this can be you. If you guys don't know my story of last year's elite, I started January as an Emerald coach. Let that sink in. I was an Emerald coach, and I ended the year as a 5-star elite team. So again, anything is possible. You just have to, again, focus on Success Club, focus on growing your team, and just put your head down and work with heart and passion and excitement. And I promise you, your hard work will flourish. So, guys, you guys are a part of something extremely special. I'm super proud and I'm blessed to be doing this by your side, Mo. Like I said, we are sisters by blood, but we are business partners by choice, and that means a lot to me. So Monica ranked in the entire organization out of 400,000 plus coaches. She ranked number 109. That's huge, guys, huge. And I ranked number 191. So very excited about that. All right, and I know a lot of you guys know. Let's go to our next one. We have our NLC qualifiers. This is huge, guys. Huge, huge, huge. NLC is our new leadership conference. And this is you guys are basically, these coaches qualified for this. And to qualify, you must be a 1-star lifetime coach in the year. So in 2018, these coaches advanced their business to 1-star. And they were invited and paid for. All expenses paid for, except I think the only thing you have to get is your flights, and then you can also qualify to get your hotel paid and everything. And basically, they are going to Santa Monica, California, and they are going to the Beachbody headquarters. I'm sorry, I hear back. I saw somebody was talking. It was weird. I heard like a feedback. So they are going to the Beachbody headquarters. I had the honor of going to NLC last year, and I also went to leadership. So we had NLC in February, leadership in October. And guys, NLC was so much better. I'm sorry, but I left NLC so fired up. Walking through the hallways of the headquarters, seeing the elite wall and seeing the top 10 wall and seeing the Shakeology wall and just seeing what we're a part of, I remember leaving there so sure and even more confident to stand behind what we do, like what we are a part of. the love, the passion behind it, I could stand so much more confident, because walking through those and seeing what we're a part of, guys, it's really special. So I'm super excited for you guys. We've got Donna, Lisette, Casey, and Dixie. Guys, I can't wait to hear all about your guys' trip this February to Santa Monica, California. Congratulations. This is a big deal, guys. All right, so next, let's see. Looking ahead. All right, what do we have to look forward to in 2019? So 2018 is gone, and now has fast approached 2019. So what do we have to look for? And as coaches, what should we be focused on? All right, so first thing first, we launched yesterday, Transform 20. Everybody should be 110% committed. Guys, this is our business. This is what we do, and you need to come out of Transform 20 with results. You need to have results to share. So guys, go in 1000% in with Transform 20, and I'm proof that, guys, you will get results. It's just 20 minutes. Focus on your nutrition, focus on bringing in as many people and get those transformations and get as many people excited and on board for Transform 20. In February, we have our Team Cup. All right, so make sure you visit the website. I'm sure a lot of you guys already got the email about joining a Team Cup. This is a great way to catapult your business forward, to get that big momentum, that big MO going. I know for the first year I hit Elite, I joined the February Team Cup. My team ended in the entire organization number 8. Okay, out of that Team Cup, we had two diamonds emerge. So this brought, if it wasn't for Team Cup, I don't think I would have been elite, like hands down. So use the momentum that Team Cup will bring. It's you plus 4, so it's 5 coaches to your team, and use this to catapult your business forward. Okay, get those coaches excited. After that, guys, start opting in for your Success Club. We just found out we are going to Punta Cana in 2020. So you must opt in so that you can get the invitation. And keep an eye on your email, because you'll get an invitation to the Punta Cana Success Club trip. Now, for those of you guys that are new on the call, the way this works is all of 2019, for every Success Club point you earn is $10 towards your trip. So you have an opportunity to have over, what is it, $1,200 worth of this trip paid for. So think about it. This whole trip could cost you $300 plus airfare. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's regalado, like you said. Okay? This year we're going in March now, we're going on a cruise. I know a lot of you guys are going. I'm super excited for that. It's pretty freaking awesome that we're basically we're doing what we love, and we're getting amazing rewards out of it. And one of those rewards are free vacation. So jump on board, make sure you opt in on that wait list, and keep an eye out for your email so that you can get waitlisted and you can get an invitation. Basically, that's what it is. You get an invitation to the Success Club trip. All right. I know if you guys went to Super Sunday or Super Saturday or wherever you guys were at, you guys heard about Jericho and her brand new program that is coming out. It is a big secret. She couldn't say much, but I can say it's going to be freaking epic. And let me tell you how amazing that this company that we are in, they're setting us up for success. Because once Transform 20 is once we're done with Transform 20, we've got a new program to look forward to and to start promoting and to start getting people excited about, right? And you better believe that once we're done with Morning Meltdown 100, they're going to come up with something else. So guys, start getting excited, start looking and learning as much as you can about Morning Meltdown 100. My understanding, it's going to be 20 to 30 minute workouts. It's meant to do early in the morning. I mean, this is perfect, and it goes perfect with what Amy is doing with the No Snooze group. This is right down your alley, girl. So I love it. Those of you guys that don't know, Amy has a no snooze group. So if you are looking for morning motivation, talk to Amy, talk to your upline, talk to your coach, get into that group. I woke up one time, I was there, and it is freaking amazing. They do a power hour, not a power hour, they do a little PD right before they knock out their workout, and then that's it. They go about their day. And the team is growing. I saw that you guys are already like 30 plus every morning. That's freaking phenomenal. Amy, I'm so freaking proud of you. All right, so Morning Meltdown is coming out. And then summit tickets, guys, it's on sale right now. They did not say in the back office for how long they're gonna have this sale. This is a $299 ticket, and it is on sale. It went on sale 2 days ago for $155. I've already had 2 coaches that bought their tickets this week alone, okay? So guys, take advantage of that. Go to Summit. If you're freaking serious about building this business, you need to invest in yourself and get to those events. That event right there, it is worth every single penny. And bring your spouse if you can. If you could bring your spouse, even better. So that's pretty much what I've got for looking ahead. Mo, I think that's it. Take it away.
All right, it's my turn. All right, go ahead and stop share so that I can share with them my stuff. All right, guys, we're gonna quickly move on. Let me go through that. Here we go. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna share with you guys is team calendar. All right, so I know we kind of, not slacked, because I kind of did it on purpose, where I wasn't sharing a team calendar as of October of last year. And if you were in the business at that time, you knew it was because of the Olympics, right? We had like this massive movement that we did, a whole team-wide Diesel Nation training events and competition. And that in itself produced a lot of calls. It produced a lot of training. It gave us a chance to branch outside of our personally sponsored teams and work with people throughout all of Diesel Nation. I loved it. I loved every second of it. But we knew that if we were to incorporate now also Diesel Core calls and Diesel Core training, it would be overload. So as of October last year, we kind of halted all team calendars, but I want you to know that they are back, okay? They are back. Now, these dates are subject to change. Always know that, please, because it's very hard. Sometimes you can plan ahead and think that you've got everything squared away, but then things change. So something can arise that will push a date either earlier or later, or times may change, speakers may change, or a speaker may come out of the woodworks that would be really exciting to have on. So this is constantly changing. I just ask that you guys be patient with that and understanding, and continuously be checking. Anytime there is a change, you'll have a post within the team page telling you, by the way, this call has been adjusted for XYZ. So Diesel Core's calls, we're going to have one team call a month, okay? And the reason being is that we know Diesel Nation is 2 team calls a month, okay? For newer coaches on this call, I'm going to give you a quick little background. The huge team that we belong to is called Diesel Nation. Diesel Nation is about 20,000 coaches strong, and we're all over the US, Canada, UK, Puerto Rico, coaches spread around everywhere. Now, Diesel Core was founded by me, my sister, and my mom. Started my business about 7 years ago, and I branched off and began my own team, and we branded it Diesel Core. Now, we are now a separate entity apart from Diesel Nation, although we belong to that big old family. So what we do is that we're always connected to Christina and Becky, who are the founders of Diesel Nation, and we are sure to be on their calls because it's always great information. But we have to make sure that we also connect as a team. So we have one Diesel Core team call, okay? You'll also see that we have a new coach training call that's happening tomorrow night. So all new coaches, everything that Veronica just went over, I know Success Club, I know all those points, all those numbers, all the emerald, the ranks, all that kind of stuff sounded like Chinese to you. I know it made absolutely no sense. But do not worry. I wanted you to be on this call tonight more than anything to get exposed to the different things, the important goal setting and the vocabulary that we use within the business, the business jargon. But know that tomorrow night we're going to have a new coach training call in the same format. It'll be through Zoom that you can join, and we're going to go over all of that stuff and more to help get you started. And then veteran coaches that have been around for a while, you can expect this new coach training call to happen once a month. So as you start to bring in new coaches to your team, you want to set them up with, we know we have New Coach Academy, which is the online self-paced training, but then we can also have a live call to plug these new coaches into so that they can get a feel of a Zoom call, and also have the space and opportunity to ask questions and work through all the content that we're providing them with, okay? So new coach training call for this month will happen tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. And then be on the lookout for those happening once a month. The other thing that's going to be happening once a month, like religiously, will be the business opportunity webinar. There's been a slight change now coming 2019. Christine and I were talking about this, and for years now, we've conducted one large business opportunity call for all of Diesel Nation. I'm a regular speaker on that call, and we just pick coaches within the network that are 1 to 3 months in the business that are seeing success. We also then pick someone else to tell a story that has been long-term in the business. And then we also share the basics, who coaches are, what we do, how we earn, and all that good stuff. But we realized that Diesel Core in itself has so many rock stars. We have grown to a level where really we should be hosting our own. We should be having our own business opportunity webinars separate from Diesel Nation. That's a real beautiful thing to be able to have Christina look at me and say, it's time. You guys can branch off and host these tremendous webinars all on your own. So that's what we're going to venture into in 2019. In 2019, the coach opportunity webinars and groups that we do once a month will be hosted by Diesel Core coaches. And this is a really cool thing because when your chance comes up to be able to speak on one of these calls, it's a great tool to leverage and invite people to, because guess what? You're the speaker on the call, and it's your team's, we're going to have our own team photos on there. We're going to have our own team videos, our own team transformations. And that really makes it something very personal and something that we can leverage within the new coaches that we have coming and joining our team, or the people that are interested in what we do and want some more information. All right. So, sorry guys, I'm battling a cough. This is what the team calendar will look like pretty much month to month. Okay. These are with a couple of extras here and there that may arise. This is what it'll look like month to month. So be on the lookout. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, and here's where I want you guys to get out some paper, either a paper and pen, or have your notes section of your phone open, anything you choose. I'm going to give you 1 minute to get that together as I talk about what we're going to do next. When we attended leadership last year in Las Vegas, I remember that something stood out to me, a training by Danielle Natoni. So if you don't know who she is, she's one of the top 10 coaches within the whole network. In fact, her team finished with 3 coaches in top 10. That's a big, big deal. So I definitely look up to Danielle Natoni. And she hit the stage and she talked about a topic where often coaches come. So I know I'm talking to 3 different kind of coaches right now. I'm talking to a coach that probably just signed up, right? You're brand spanking. And everything I'm going to share tonight, again, might not make sense to you, but it's going to give you a good roadmap. It's going to give you a good idea of the things that you should be focusing on to run a successful business, to begin getting the wheels in motion and beginning to gain momentum within your business. If the other kind of coach I'm probably speaking to tonight is a coach that maybe 2018 or 2017, 16, however long you've been around, didn't go as planned. Or perhaps you never intended to business build until now. Something sparked within you and you're saying to yourself, I want to go all in with this. I really want to give 2019 everything I have, and I really want to start building my business and starting a team. Well, tonight it's gonna give you basically a checklist. It's gonna give you a way to grade yourself on the actions that you're taking towards your business and whether they're gonna take you to the level that you want to achieve, right? Or whether they're gonna at least get your feet wet within your coaching business. And the last kind of coach that I'm talking to tonight is a coach that probably thrived in 2018, right? You probably had great momentum. You probably crushed some amazing goals, you know, and you're proud of yourself. Well, tonight, again, we're going to go through a checklist that's going to remind you of the foundation of this business, the things that can never waver when it comes to your coaching business, the actions you must take no matter what. Oftentimes what we see is when coaches start to advance in their business, especially I'm talking to you diamonds and star diamonds in the business, what happens is it's so very easy to fall into what we call management mode, where you stopped doing the actions that moved your business forward and you got stuck somewhere in leading and managing, not even leading, I would say managing the team that you have at the moment. And the problem with that is that if you're in a management mode, you halt all growth. You halt all growth. So we have to figure out how to keep this healthy balance of, yes, leading and managing a team to a degree, but always what's at the forefront is continuously, you know, putting in the work towards our own personal businesses, to growing our team, to doing actions that will put one foot in front of the other within the business, and never getting lazy in those departments, never forgetting what the foundational actions are, and reminding ourselves to continuously pay this forward and teach this forward to our new coaches coming in, all right? So tonight will serve us all. It's gonna serve us all no matter where you are, no matter what kind of coach you are that I just described. Tonight, we all start with a clean slate. We all have a fresh start right in front of us. No matter what happened before, it's behind us. What lies ahead is just pure opportunity. And you guys heard from my sister. It was in January 2 years ago. And mind you guys, I've been in the business 7 years. And it took my sister until 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, to be sitting on a call just like this, a January, as an Emerald coach, which if you know a little bit about the business, you know that Emerald is an entry-level rank. And she was able to turn her business around, grow it to a 5-star elite team in just 1 year. It is possible. In fact, Casey, who's I'm staring at right now on my screen, showed us that we can not just build a diamond organization in 6 weeks. Heck, if we really want 1-star, we can do our husbands in 1 week, you know? It's almost like these ladies and some of the coaches that have come into our team in the last couple of years have given us permission to not stand in our own way and just go for it. And what I've seen is that when we know that we have a clean slate, when we forgive whatever has not happened in the past, and we just conquer what's in front of us, beautiful things can happen, all right? So tonight, I want to give you guys a roadmap to doing that, okay? So real quick, with your pen and paper, we're going to go through each of these on this coach checklist, okay? This is what Danielle presented at leadership. This is not my document. It is hers, but we're going to go through this and we're going to rate ourselves. It's going to either be a yes or a no, okay? And we're going to kind of rate what we did in 2018. So the first one, are you being proof the products work? It's just very simple. It's very simple. As coaches, if you want to be successful, you must drink your Shakeology every day. You must get the workout in. You must follow the meal plan. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that you're doing it, right? You are a product of the product, and you must be showing progress. I didn't say perfection. I didn't say six-pack abs. I didn't say living a squeaky clean life. But what I am saying is that you have to be proof the products work. Our products, what Beachbody stands for, is living a healthy and fulfilling life. If you're doing these actions every single day, all the things that we preach, if you're actually out there doing them, and again, showing progress forward in one way or another. So, are you being a proof the product works consistently? Yes or no? Very simple. Number 2, are you active in the business? Meaning, do you have 50 PV or more happening coming in to your business a month that gives you active status in the business? I see so many times coaches tell me, I really want to work the business. I really want, I want to start building a team. But then I go to the back office and I see they haven't had Shakeology ship in a couple of months. They are not using any of the performance line, So this tells me that this person is almost wants people to trust them, but they're not giving anything in return for people to trust. And so this is important, right? Active status is very simple as a coach. Either you're doing it or you're not. Doesn't mean you have to sell anything. Doesn't mean you have to help anybody. But by being active means I am continuously drinking my Shakeology and I am a product of the product. It's very simple. Yes or no? So mark that down. Next one. If it's not Shakeology, for whatever reason, do you have any other monthly subscription product? Is there anything else that you are out there telling people's great, but that you're showing them it's great? Whether it's beach bars, again, performance line, energize, recover, all those kinds of things, your 3-day refreshes, right? Like we all know Sue, if we want to talk about 3-day refresh, who do we turn to? Sue. We know Sue is religiously doing her 3-day refresh every 3 months. So these are the kinds of trust that you want to start to build with the people that are watching you. And this is what builds the trust in your business and in your brand and what you're doing, okay? Next one. Have you completed a program from start to finish within the year? So in 2018, did you jump around, push play some days, push play the other days, start a program, got bored with it, jumped over here, did another one, but meanwhile preaching how a program is, 80-day obsession is amazing, Lift 4 is amazing, I didn't finish it, but it's great. So let's rate ourselves. Did you complete a program from start to finish within the year? Next one. Do you listen to the National Wake Up Call each week? Every Monday. Every Monday, Beachbody puts out these amazing calls. You can find them on Facebook. They're Facebook Lives. They're always recorded, okay? So if you can't watch it when it comes out live at 11 a.m. Eastern time, you can catch them on replay. But every Monday, Beachbody is bringing spectacular speakers to come talk to us about what's happening within the network. And they have a gift for knowing exactly what we need to hear. So are you tuning in? Are you plugging in? Are you showing up? Next, team calls. Whether Diesel Nation, like we just talked about, whether Diesel Core, whether within your personally sponsored team, it could be Team Unleashed with Veronica, it could be with Tabitha, when she hosts her, whoever your upline coach is, if they're also hosting calls, are you attending them? Are you showing up? Rate yourself for that. Next up is Summit. Did you attend that Summit in 2018? Or if you weren't quite a coach yet or just didn't pan out in 2018, or you already signed up for 2019. Veronica just went over this, how important Summit is. It's an investment in your business. I can promise you guys that going to Summit is not just about this business. It will elevate you as a person. It will change your life as a person. It's an experience beyond coaching. But with that being said, I'll tell you 2013, I attended my very first Summit. I remember signing up for it a year in advance, kind of like we do right now. And by the time it rolled around, when it was time to go, I had a baby, right? I wasn't expecting to have that baby, but I had a baby. That baby got sick. We were running on fumes financially, but we had already committed. And I remember Johan saying, let's just go, let's just do this. And it was that summit, sitting in an audience, I'll never forget the keynote speaker, John Maxwell, that was a turning point in both mine and my husband's mindset about this business. What we had seen, what we had experienced was enough for us to be in that flight back home where he looked at me and says, if they can, why can't you? You can. And that's where I'm telling you guys, that was the turning point right there. Had I not gone to that summit, I don't think that I would have put the wheels into motion into retiring myself the very following year, coming home and working this business full time. So again, if you want to create, oftentimes we think that the motivation, the inspiration is just going to come to us. You have to create those situations for yourself. You have to create that environment for yourself. And part of that is plugging yourself into the places that you are going to light your fire, that are going to spark something within you so that you can take action. Summit is the place. Next one. Did you attend an event this super weekend? So we just had one pass, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there were events happening all over the country, in the UK, in Canada, in Puerto Rico. I mean, everywhere you turn, there were posts on social media of different events. Did you attend one? That was crucial. This was a crucial event this past weekend. Rate yourself for that. Next up, This one's an important one. And this was not an easy one. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's something that's evolving too. It's constantly evolving. Are you able to verbalize why you want to be a coach? Right now, if I said, Amy Albarello, you're on my screen, do you know why you want to be a coach? And Amy should be able, you want to say it, Amy? Go.
I can. I'll tell you. I don't.
Let's hear it. Go.
Why? Well, aside from obviously the financial reason of it, that I would obviously love the extra cushion, that I would much rather be a full coach, full working coach than work for someone else. Aside from that, I remember where I was before Beachbody and before my transformation. And the fact that I can hand that down and help someone, or, and motivate them or give them the tools to be able to do the same and feel the same empowerment that I feel and feel the same confidence and change their life around like I've been able to, then for me, that's the reason why.
There you go. You see how she can, on a drop, say exactly why she wants to be a coach. There has to be that emotional pull to what you're doing. Nobody wants to be pushed to do something. And guess what? As a coach, you're not going to enjoy trying to push someone to do something. But if you can figure out how to get people emotionally pulled towards what they're doing, that is a game changer. And that works on you as well. If you know inside, if there is an emotion that comes with the work that you're doing, you will be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. But you got to figure that out. And it's not always easy, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not always easy trying to figure that part out. Do we want to help people? Yes. Do we want to make a difference? Yes. Do we want to make an impact? Yes. But what is the emotional pull towards what we're doing? So, can you verbalize why you want to be a coach, or does that still need work? If it still needs work, answer no. If you can say it on the drop of a dime, give yourself a yes. Next one, and this one's a biggie. Are you showing up daily on social media? Equate your social media accounts, your platforms that you speak to your audience. That is like your storefront. That is you're open for business every single day on your social media. If you go MIA for a week, you go MIA even for 3 days, that makes an impact. That's like not opening your store for 3 days. It is so important that we show up daily on social media. And in a second, after this, I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to give you a tool on what those actions look like daily on social media. But if you could rate yourself up till now, in 2018 until now, have you committed to showing up daily? Did you open your store every single day? Yes or no? Next up. Now, when you showed up, did you just throw spaghetti on the wall? Just, show up just to show up? Or was there intent? Was there purpose? Was there strategy? Was there value behind what you were sharing? Did your store have value? Did your store have the stuff that people want to buy? And we've done tons of training up till now as a team on this kind of stuff, and we will continue to do that throughout 2019. Newer coaches, if you're listening, don't worry. We have amazing training that we will hand off to you. And again, tomorrow night on New Coach Training Call, we're going to go through the basics of social media 101. But for those of you who are grading 2018, give yourself a yes or no. If it needed work, it's a no. If it was on point, it's a yes. All right, Success Club, December, were you on the list? Yes or no? Next up, personal development. Did you finish a book? Did you attend some kind of seminar? Did you invest into your personal growth and your personal development? It's one of the vital behaviors. It is important. Rate yourself. It's very simple. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Next up. Now, it's not enough to learn, right? I mean, we could be collectors of information. Did we turn around and apply? Did we successfully implement the things that we are learning along the way into our business? Or did we learn it, we understand it, but we've been too scared to go out there and put it into action? Rate yourself. Did you successfully implement a tool, a tip, a strategy from a training that you have attended with throughout 2018 to help grow your business, to help take your business to a newer level? Next one, are you engaged with your coaches on your team? Whether it's on your personally sponsored team or the team that you are part of. Are you showing up and adding value to your team pages? Are you showing up and adding value to calls? Are you participating? Yes or no? And then the last one is same concept, but in challenge groups. Are you showing up daily to your challenge groups? Are you providing value? All right. So by now you have a bunch of yeses and nos. What I want you guys to do next is take a second to add up all the yeses. Every yes equals 1 point. And as you start to get your points, you can go ahead and post them in the chat if you would like to share. And I can't see my, oh, there's my chat. All right, now I told you guys that I took this activity, I took this tool from Danielle Latoni. She taught it at Leadership. And I'm gonna share with you her point system, how she broke it down. Here's the funny part. It says she took this from the idea of like, remember like the Cosmo magazines where you could go to the back and you could rate yourself like, you know, how, I don't know, how good is your skincare, or how, I don't know, how good are you at flirting? And you would answer questions to get points, and then it'd tell you, all right, 0 to 6, you got this, 11, you got this. All right, same concept. So Danielle Natoni created the same thing for the points that you just rated yourself with, okay? So, permission to speak freely here, right? Nobody's getting hard on themselves. This is not an activity to get down on each other. This is an activity to help realize what we've done up till now, realize how we can do better, and again, use that clean slate, that fresh start to go full force in 2019. So, if you score between 0 to 6, per Danielle Natoni, it's a bunch of lip service. Meaning, your actions aren't quite matching the goals that you are speaking. The things that you're saying that you want out of this business, they can be very real. But the problem is the actions you are taking are not bringing you towards your goals. And that must be reevaluated. So it's very simple going down this list. This is a way to check off and start to figure out, okay, where am I slacking? And get to work. Very simple. There's nothing your coach needs to teach you about that. There's nothing that, it's just a matter of getting out there and doing the work, right? 0 to 6 points. If you score 7 to 11 points, this means that you're engaging in the fun stuff, the stuff you're good at. You're picking and choosing on this list the things that you enjoy, that don't make you uncomfortable, but that you feel really comfortable doing. But you're neglecting the things that scare you. You're neglecting the unsexy stuff, right? The not so fun stuff, but the stuff that's necessary to run a legitimate business. And I don't know what they are, but I bet, and I see Lori, she's like, bingo, you can spot exactly the things that you're avoiding doing. And it could be out of fear, it could be out of laziness, it could be out of thinking that it's not important. If it's on this list, it's extremely important. So that's something to think about. Now you know what to focus on come 2019. And then if you scored 11 to 16, here's what I'm going to say to you. Great job. But now, you're doing all these things for the majority of the time. How consistent are you being? Chances are you're being pretty consistent, but could it be better? I'm sure it can, because I'm looking at the list myself and I know where I can be more consistent in certain areas. Where can you do better? Where can you 10x your efforts? Where can you create strategy to leverage the things that you're doing to produce a greater amount of results? So that could look like social media, maybe strategizing the way that you're putting your post out, your call to actions, maybe refining your branding, maybe hosting more team calls within your team, or maybe doing more events with your coaches, whatever the case may be. You're doing the basics, and clearly it's paying off, because you probably, the people that are scoring in this area probably had a decent 2018. But now how can you take it to the next level? We all have space to grow. So if that's you, think about that. Challenge yourself, because you could stay in that 11 to 16 area, but that's just going to keep you comfortable, right? How can you be the best that you can be from 2019? So that's what I got for you guys. And I hope that was a little bit of an eye-opener, because I know when we did this activity in leadership, it really opened my eyes to, some of these things, like I could tell you exactly where I slack. I forget to get on the national wake-up call more often than not. I love to attend personal development seminars, but I'm not good about picking up a book or listening to an audio. I need to get better about that. My challenge groups, they need a TLC. I'm working on that. So be able to rate yourself and give yourself the space to grow and really tackle the things that can help make you better, wherever it is that you landed. All right, so next thing. Now, what could this look like on a daily basis? So if you were at Super Sunday or whatever, any Super Weekend event, they released and they launched the new business activity tracker that Kim Carver created. Now, this is probably redundant to a lot of you guys that attended an event and saw it, but a lot of you guys didn't. So I thought, hold on, let me get this out of the way. Sorry. I thought I'd share it here and kind of give you my 2 cents on it, all right? This business activity tracker, I think, is the best one we've ever had. And no matter where you land in the business, it's going to help you. So I will post them into the team page so that you can print out. I've seen a lot of coaches just since Super Saturday get this document, get it copied 365 times, put it into a binder, and they have a working binder for the entire year. They go day to day using this daily business tracker. So 1, be the proof about it work, very simple, Shakeology and workout. Like, it's our job. 2 is connect, invite, and follow up. So initiate conversation, initiate connections and add followers. So 20 minutes a day, you're doing this. And that, to me, you know what that looks like. We talk about this all the time on social media. That means that you are out there being just as interested in other people as you would like them to be interested in you. It's called social media for a reason. There must be that interaction. And the way that algorithms are going, especially on Facebook and Instagram these days, if you are not interacting with people, then all of your content is going to be held back. All of your content is not going to be spit out and shared between all your followers that you have built. So it's imperative that you are out there building connections, adding more people, being social on social media for it to continue to flourish, okay? So it's not just an activity that you need to do, but in order to maximize your social media platforms, it's necessary. 2, do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. If you're new to the business, call to actions mean that you are out there inviting, like literally, I'm looking for 10 women to join me on my next challenge, or I am, Transform 20 just launched and I'm looking for 15 women to embark on a test group, so on and so forth. That's a straight up call to action. But there's other ways, we call them soft call to actions, where you can go out there and showcase a transformation, right? That you have maybe already under your belt. If you're new, you don't quite have a transformation just yet, you can talk about what you're experiencing just joining a group, already being part of a group, right? There's so many aspects to this, so many aspects that you can go out there and share. I know my girl Illy that's on the call right now. Illy had a great physical transformation prior to Beachbody and joined Beachbody because she needed something more, and she needed something that she could grow into because she was, hitting a plateau. So she does a great way of positioning that. That was her before and why she is now with Beachbody. And then she's in the middle of creating a new transformation with her Beachbody programs. So there's different ways to do it, but it's important that you are doing it, that you are out there showcasing the benefits of Beachbody and why you're doing it, right? Next one is that you're constantly updating your IG and FB stories throughout the day. So if you go into my Instagram stories, it's like it's just never stops. It keeps going. Some days it's slower. Some days I just have a lot I want to say, a lot I want to showcase, a lot I want to talk about. But it should feel like your everyday reality show to you. Have fun with it, guys. In fact, when coaches tell me that social media feels like a responsibility or it's too much pressure, you know what I say to that is that you're overthinking. You are seriously overthinking. You're not being yourself. You're trying to be someone else. And that's why it's so painful. That's why it's so hard. Just do you. Speak like you would speak to, we call the BFF rules. Speak like you would speak to your best friend. You don't have to be any kind of expert. Share what you know. And all you need to know is what it feels like to drink the shake and do the workout. Like, that's it. That's all you got to know. And spread that. And with that, the most organic that you share your journey, the more you will attract people to you. Bottom line. I mean, there's no simpler way to say it. Be you. It really is not just a cliche saying. But ideas of what can go on your stories, daily life, workout clips. They say to use the products and not really, show the product name because you want to kind of create that curiosity marketing. Like, when I drink my Energize, I often just have the thing here and I'll talk about how it's my get shit done juice. That's what I call it. Some people call it unicorn juice. Some people call it mom juice, magic mom juice, whatever the case may be. But you're out there constantly sharing about it, and then you get the curiosity of, hey, what are you drinking? Hey, what are you using? And so on and so forth. But I don't just do it with Beachbody products. I do it, for example, with my air fryer. I'm constantly sharing about my air fryer. I'm constantly sharing about my juicer. Just things that are going to add value to people's lives and help their Beachbody journey as they go, right? Or get them excited, or make the journey more enjoyable. So I'm constantly sharing products out there. Meal prep, meal ideas, and invitations. You could use the stories to invite people to your challenge groups. You could, I'm just always doing it, guys. So if you ever wonder what that looks like, please check out my IG stories. I am constantly inviting on there, whether it's to the business, whether it's to a challenge group, and so on and so forth. Next up is recognition and shout outs. So it's very simple. If you have someone killing it in a challenge group, share about it. If you have a fellow coach, if you don't quite have a challenge group yet, right? But you have someone, a coach in your team that you see killing it, recognize them, share their story. There's power in everyone's story. And there's nothing wrong with telling someone else's story. So get out there and share and just make it something that you can't do. Like you have what's the word I'm looking for? Like you are strategizing in the way that you're sharing things to show that it's not just you succeeding, but others in the journey with you succeeding, and that your team is thriving, because that's a big deal. That team culture, that belonging to something, people are looking for that in their lives. But if you're hush, quiet about it, then people are not going to be intrigued and are not going to reach out. So these are the different things that you can do to create that curiosity, to create that excitement within your Instagram stories, which is just so simple to use. And it almost alleviates like the pressure of like a post on your normal feed, right? The next thing, respond to all new likes and views and comments. So Instagram stories, I'm always responding to everybody that writes back, even if it's with an emoji. Even if it's an emoji, it still works. Same thing with everybody that comments on anything that you post. Go back and return the love. And again, it's not just that I'm out of respect, because yeah, it's respect and giving love back to the people that love on you, but also it's necessary for the algorithms on social media. If you don't do this, again, it works against you. Okay, inviting people. You need to set a goal of a amount of people that you are going to invite. And this is daily. So I, on a daily basis, am out there reaching out. And okay, so I'm going to be very real with you guys. At this day and age, 7 years into the business, with a pretty significant brand already established, a reputation established, and trust established within my audience, today I can tell you, if I'm going to be very transparent, I am not going out there and sending those one-on-one messages inviting to my challenge groups. I do it sometimes, but I don't have to do it on a daily basis because I have created a funnel within my business with the content that I produce. Like I said, the branding, the reputation, all that kind of stuff, right? Has created an audience that slowly but surely funnels new business to me on the regular these days. Took time to get there. That's just the bottom line. It took a lot of hard work, patience, grit, and understanding that the work that I did before that did not produce this would eventually turn into this, right? That's me 7 years later. But I remember being a brand new coach. I remember being in my first year, my second year, where that was not the case. And I was out there hustling. I was out there reaching out, meeting new people, creating conversations, talking, messaging people, doing all these kinds of things to just build a following, to just plant all these seeds, start all these relationships with people that I knew eventually would create what has happened now. Think of it like this. Let's say a storefront, a brand new business is opening in the corner of your house. It's always in that first couple of weeks of them being open or month or so that you have that guy standing in front flipping a sign, or you have like a big party, right, where they have loud music, a grand opening. They give sales, they give freebies, they do like all these kinds of things to attract people, right? They're out there hustling. They send out flyers in your mailbox. You know that there's a brand new business that just came to your neighborhood. They're doing all these extras. They don't always have to do that, but they have to do that to start building the brand, start building reputation, start building the trust. And once you have those things, then organically you will start to build a funnel where solid business, a solid pipeline of new businesses coming in. So wherever you are in your business, you have to be real with yourself, and you have to earn the right to have that funnel, to have that pipeline of new business coming in, to have those referrals coming in. But until then, set a goal for yourself. How many people are you going to actively go out there and invite? How many people are you going to actively speak to, check in on, and so on and so forth to start building that funnel? And then last one on this is follow-up. Follow-up is so important, guys. We really, really have to get good about following up. I can tell you how much business I've lost along the line because I wasn't good at being organized with my follow-ups. I'm going to give you a tool right after this to teach you how to do that. And then 3 is get people results. So very simple. Are you contributing value to your challenge groups? Are you showing up every day? Are you giving them, we don't go to people's houses and we don't knock on their doors and we don't make them work out. I tell all of my challenge groups this all the time. My job as your coach, my goal, my mission is for you to become completely independent of me. I don't want you to be dependent on me. But what I want to pass on is a lifestyle that you guys can continue to carry on. And with that, my job is to provide you with the environment and the tools to do so. So that's what I'm constantly on my mind. What could I give my challenge groups to help them focus, to help them stay excited, to help them reach a new level in their fitness? So are you consistently contributing? Are you recognizing achievements as they come? And are you responding to questions that customers and coaches have, every single day? So take the time out to do that, right? Set aside time to do that because it can be so easy to forget to do that step. And the last one is the personal development. Engage in your personal development. However it is that rocks your boat, do it. Whether it's church, whether it's going, and listening to a live event, whether it's an actual book, you like to just hold a book and highlight and write into a book, whether it's that you're so busy, but you can plug into an audio in the car when you're stuck in traffic. Point is that it needs to get in, and daily, because this business, while very simple, it's a very simple concept. It can get hard. In fact, I promise you, at times, just as much as it's going to be fun, there are going to be times that it's going to be hard. And you're going to need your personal development toolbox to pull out of when times get hard. You're going to need to consistently grow yourself. You're going to find, as you start to advance within the business and grow in the business, how you need growth. You need to grow with your role in the business. And personal development helps you do that. Being disciplined in that area is an absolute game changer. In fact, to me, I'll be very bold and say that it's what separates the people that quit and don't quit. Because we're all going to go through hard times. We're all going to go through animosity. We're all going to go through, and we're all going to go through a lot of happy times, right? But it's knowing that good times don't last, and neither do bad times, right? It's just riding the wave, riding the ride. And personal development carries you through. So guys, that's it. Oh, one more thing that I was going to share with you guys before I stop the screen share. Let me stop this share and show you one more. So I'll share this as well on the team page. But when you go into the daily business activity tracker, the next page to that is a tracker guide. This is what I do. If you guys, I get this question a lot, like, how do I run my business? Personally, I keep a running list once a month. So just like, it looks just like this, it's just in my notebook. I start a notebook every year, and I start one page and I write the same thing that's on this chart. I write it in a notebook. I just like to have notebook and paper and pen. And I'll write the name of the person, when I first talk to them. In my notes, I will always write where they found me, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whether it was a referral by somebody else, whether it was by email, however it is that they found me, I write down the notes. I write down whether they're a mom of 3, postpartum, whatever, they recently divorced, whatever it is, I'm writing down my notes so I don't forget who I'm talking to and what we spoke about. And then the next one is following up. Did I follow up with them? When did I follow up with them? And what are the notes on that? This is what my system looks like. And what I do every month is that I have a running list of all the people that I'm talking to. I like to call it 10 in play, because at the minimum, I have 10 people constantly that I'm having this conversation with, right? That I have planted the seed, and that there's potential to get them started that month. As the month goes on and I sign somebody up and they're ready to go and they're in my challenge group, or they become a coach, whatever the case may be, I cross them off and they go into a new list. And that's my new coaches that I need to watch out for, that are in training, or my new challengers that I need to focus on to help make sure that they get a good foundation in my challenge group. And then when the following month comes, I remove whoever is crossed out and I start a brand new list. And I shift up whatever person did not get started that month, I continue to follow up with them until the next month. I don't remove somebody off my list unless they join me or they tell me leave me alone. That's just it. But it's my job to consistently follow up, and it's also my job to be patient. Guys, it took my coach like 4 months to get me to say yes. I asked every question. She showed me every video. I looked at everything. I didn't finally commit until 4 months later. And I always keep that on my mind, because I took 4 months. I was worth the 4 months, because here we are. Look at that. I built the business out of this. But think about that. How long did it take your coach? How long did it take you to make the leap of faith into starting? Because it is a leap of faith for some people. Fitness is very emotional. Some people have failed so many times before, and they're scared to try something else. So give them the space and show them they can trust you. It's very, very, very important. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys tonight, and I am down to like 4% of battery on my laptop, so I'm gonna lose you any second now. But I hope that gives you ammunition to run with. For you older coaches, I know it feels like the basics. You're right. We're back to basics, right? We cannot ever forget this foundation that helps us build the business, and helps us, like, it's like the foundation of your home that your home is built on top of. Remove the foundation, everything else crumbles. We have to keep that foundation strong. And for your newer coaches, all those amazing accolades that Veronica spoke about in the beginning, all the things that you see all these coaches thriving off of, the building blocks are in these actions. And like I mentioned in the very beginning, this business is simple. It really is a very simple concept, right? You think about it: work out, drink a shake, invite people, be productive, like elevate your life, and it can turn into a business. It is just that. But there is a lot of work behind that, and there's a lot of leveraging and getting out there and putting in the work and the time to make that into a thriving business. So guys, that's it. That's all I got on my list. I'll leave it open maybe next 5 minutes for any questions that anybody may have or comments. And yes, Ilya, I still have my banner up from my coach brunch with all. I told you guys, I don't know how I'm gonna take them down. Johan's gonna have to take them down because I don't have the heart to take that down. So anyone else? Anyone have anything? I know somebody unmuted themselves. Yes? No? Maybe?
In 4 years, how many times did she bother you to join? Because I'm kind of tired of telling people why to believe in themselves.
That's for me. You know what? I'll be honest with you.
Both of you said 4 years.
No, she said 4 months. Took me 4 years.
Oh, JK.
No,
okay.
yeah, Christina harassed me, but remember, she was my boss. So she was harassing me, and I'm like, oh, I want to join this thing.
Well, you gave in because you had to.
Right. So that's what I was just saying. But Veronica was my sister, and it was very easy for her to say no. But Veronica, why 4 years later?
It was when, okay, Monica never really.
I mean, no. It's not why 4 years later. I get why, because I know what it does for your life. But how many times did you approach her with it? Because
that's what I'm saying. She never really like shoved it down my throat. She was just always like, if I was tired and she was all like uppity, she was always like, well, it's my Shakeology. She would always like throw like little things like that. Or she was always inviting me. That's the one thing. She, no matter what, invited me to Super Sundays. I can't tell you how many Super Sundays I sat there like this. Oh my God, what is this? Like, I was like, where am I? And it wasn't until she invited me to her first elite recognition party that I literally just sat back and I was like, wow, I am such an idiot. And I've wasted 4 years. Like, no, enough, sign me up. But she never really shoved it down my throat. She was more like, she led by example. And she still, to this day, that's her way of leading. And it's the honestly best way, because those that are going to follow are going to follow. And she never would, like, I don't see Monica, and I'll be honest, me being, her being my coach, she's not going to drag you with her.
Right.
He's going this way, and it's either you come or you don't. And I think that was the one thing. And I always watched her success. And here I was like struggling financially, overweight, like ridiculous, like I felt horrible. And here she was like looking phenomenal, redoing her freaking house, like remodeling her entire house, like leaving her job. And it was that really sparked the leading by example.
So can I tell you something, Casey? I think another thing, like just something to think about. Along my way, I've learned a lot. Like I said, a lot of my training and personal development is understanding personalities.
Somebody's not muted. Can you mute yourself, please?
You have a very red personality. Red personality people just make a decision and they go. They just go. But not that way. It took me a long time to understand, because I'm also a very hard red personality, that not everyone's gonna just go like I go. There's different personalities. Blue people, like the blues, they're very emotional, and they also need to know every piece of the puzzle before they make a decision. So you can do not stop and do not give up on someone, because you never know if they're just gathering all the information. They're just taking it, and it has to be their moment where it makes sense in their lifetime, like in their life. Like something just happens and they're like, I need this. Like Veronica, I need this. And that's not on you, and that's not a call that anybody can make for anybody else. But our job as coaches is to go out there and consistently show what is possible. That's what I mean. In my head, that's what my job is to work my business, help people achieve results, like help people get started on the health and fitness, do all I can to get them results so that I can make a change. And that person that's been waiting and watching me, when it's their time, they won't hesitate. So just have that patience and understand that it's not about you or what you're doing wrong. People just need the space and time, and everybody's personality is different. If you want to learn more about that, it's called the color code test. There's 4 colors. And when I learned this, it just opened my eyes, and I was able to pinpoint like different people in my business. Oh, that makes sense now. Now I see why she did that, because this is her personality type, and this is, and so on and so forth. So I hope that helps as a tool to understand and have that patience within the business.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So a lot of people always ask me, why didn't you? And why didn't you join your sister? And my answer, it's like, it was no defining like reason. It was just that at the very moment, it didn't really intrigue me. It didn't really spark my interest. I'm sure I would have been amazing at it 4 years ago, but it just wasn't my time. At the end of the day, it was not my time. It wasn't until I failed miserably at trying to open up my own store. I was ridiculously overweight. It's like I almost hit rock bottom before I needed to finally say, okay, now I'm listening and now I want to receive. Because Monica tried to explain the business to me multiple times, but it was going through one ear out the other. And I think that that's actually made me a very patient coach. I am extremely patient because I understand why. I understand when people just don't understand or don't have an exact reason why they're not joining. Because it wasn't that I couldn't join financially hardship. It wasn't because I didn't believe in the products. I loved Shailene and I loved working out. I honestly did not mind the shake at all. So why didn't I join as a coach? I can't pinpoint that for you.
Yes. So, and Karen, I just wrote back to you. I will be posting everything we shared tonight in the team page as soon as we hang up. So don't worry. You guys will have all those tools.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Katrina.
Sorry, it's my first time talking in all of these calls. So, hi. Now we're talking about customers and buying, and okay, so you brought that up and convincing people. I heard this, and I'm sure Monica, with your experience, and Veronica, you all have, loads of knowledge on this. But I came across these 4 points, and it's helped me in a way too to kind of see customers and the 4 different types of customers that we have. And I wanted to share really quick. And if Monica, you want to chime in, feel free. But there's basically 4 types of buyers, and you have a buyer. The first one is a buyer in heat, and this is a person that's ready to buy now. It's, they're ready, they want it. I think that happened to me with you, Monica. When I reached out to you, I was like, I don't know what you're doing. I want it. Send me the package. I'll do it. I was ready to go. I didn't need convincing. You didn't need to tell me anything. I didn't need to drink the go-go juice. I just wanted whatever you were doing. So those are sometimes the type of buyers that we have. They're ready to go. Then there's a second buyer, and it's about 35% of people, and they see value in what you're selling and they want to buy it, but there's no urgency. Like, there's no urgency right now. They're checking you out. They're like, oh, that looks great. I get it. I see it. Maybe, some other time. And then there's the third, which is the looky-loo, and they can't afford your product. They're just window shopping. So that's another type of buyer. And then the fourth is that they just don't have interest. They don't see any value. And you can ask them questions and find out if they're even worth it. And if they're not, like you said, you always just have to keep going, keep doing your thing. You can't try to convince somebody that is that fourth, the person that's just not interested or just doesn't see the value right now, that while you can show them daily what the value is, you shouldn't waste your time in trying to convince them that when they're ready, if they're interested, they're going to. But for me, it's kind of helped me too in a personal development area, trying not to get stuck in that mindset of I'm not good enough or nobody wants what I'm selling.
And release the emotional attachment to what you're doing. If you guys go out there with the idea that you are just providing value, educating, or showing what you've got to offer with absolutely no expectation of a return, it relieves the pressure in such a big way. I wish you guys could you guys could follow me for a day and see how many conversations I engage in a day. Questions I answer without a problem. Never saying like, so you're gonna sign up now? I just answered question number 2,532. Are you gonna join me now? No, because I just do it without expectation until they're ready to go. So, okay, Katrina, that list was like gold. That was gold. I love that. And I love how you talked about like creating the urgency. I was putting in the chat section, like there's ways that we can do that also, guys. Like we can help create the urgency and create the need of wanting it now or getting started now. So those are good ideas that I posted in there as well. Thank you for that input, Kat. That was awesome. What a way to rip off the Band-Aid and speak on a call. All right, guys, anything else? I'm down to 2% battery. I'm going to shut down any second now. Okay, before I do, let's take a big group picture, and then we're out. We out. Ready, guys? If you're like on, if you have your camera off, turn it on so we can get your beautiful face in the shot. Oh, there you guys are. All right, ready? And 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Oh, wait, sorry. All right, good night, everyone. Recording will be up, so if any of your coaches missed this call, we'll have the recording up, and I will post right now all the tools that we went over tonight. Have a fantastic night.